and then they find a robot. The robot, like, is programmed to kill everyone, but it doesn't kill the young boy. And then the young boy develops a relationship with the robot. And not that type of, like a friendship. A friendship, Luke.
Just like, whoa.
Get your head out of the fucking gutter. Okay.
Let's go.
Whoa! I did an extra okay. I wasn't supposed to do that. Usually I count in and it's 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Dual Hemisphere Hangout. After 75 episodes, you would think we'd understand what we're fucking doing, but apparently we're not. As always, my name is Luke, and joins me each and every week, and not giving me an extra okay before we go, is my lovely partner, Jake. Jake, my man, say hello to the people, man.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing on this slightly later podcast? I'm putting it down to it's technically Sunday for me. We're not recording on Saturday anymore. We had a slight change in scheduling, and it's just thrown me off. I'm different. I'm plus
okay.
I'm rampantly hungover. No, I feel fine. I feel fine. A bit stuffy on the nose. I was up until what was it, 4:30 a.m. last night.
Why?
And it's now 9 a.m. We're fine. I've had 4 hours sleep. I feel actually fine. All intents and purposes. I've done my business in the morning, and that made me feel a little bit better. And now this coffee is going to reinvigorate me to a point where this podcast will be exciting. And you'll get to listen to my slightly hungover voice, which for some people might like, because it's slightly deeper, and it's like I'm speaking on the radio, or I'm rivaling Morgan Freeman's Dinosaurs. Speaking of that, I've used it as a handy pivot. Have you seen that yet on Netflix?
No.
Oh, you need to watch it, man. It's
okay. I'm gonna watch it.
It is the best dinosaur, I suppose you call it docu-series in a long time. It's a 4-parter, so you don't need to you can binge it in a day if you really wanted to. We watched the first 2 and then left it a couple of days, and then watched the second 2, because we have YouTubers we like to watch that post daily, and we all know if you lose the daily streak, we'll probably never watch that YouTuber ever again. So
yes,
we don't want to do that. But yeah, it's very good. I haven't watched an actual TV series in the longest time. I can't remember the last one I actually watched. I think it was possibly Lost in Space. I don't know if you saw that one. Very sci-fi, another Netflix series, but I swear that came out 2-3 years ago. And then every other since.
Or was it just a typical series?
It's a sci-fi, just typical series, fictional. About a family, very Interstellar-esque in space. They all get lost. They're out trying to find a habitable planet, and then they find a robot. The robot like is programmed to kill everyone, but it doesn't kill the young boy. And then the young boy develops a relationship with the robot, and not that type of, like a friendship. A friendship, Luke.
Just like, whoa.
Get your head out of the fucking gutter. And then it stems from there. You could probably, from that intro that I've given you, probably tell me where the series goes. It's not a twist and turner like some series.
It's not a groundbreaking series. Yeah, I got you.
But it is funny. It is fun.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say,
I highly recommend Dinosaurs.
Okay. Well, you mentioned Netflix. You mentioned dinosaurs. So you said Lost in Space was the last series you watched, and you said it was like what, 3-4 years ago?
I think so. Around that. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, it's like I've been getting very excited because season 2 of the live action of One Piece came out. Haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
but
I have actually watched that. I enjoyed
the second
it.
season.
No, not the season. That's the first one. So I didn't know the second one came out. So I'm
Yes.
ready.
Yeah, the second one came out. I watched the first season. It took me 3 years to watch it, but I watched it like over Christmas break. I really, really liked it. So I'm very excited to get into that. But one of the main reasons why we are recording on Sunday is I made a slight mistake in
No, you're allowed to do
planning
life
when I
things.
Oh yeah. But it's like the planning aspect. Like it could have been planned for another day, and they just my friends threw out Friday. It's like, yeah, sure, Friday, that's fine, whatever. Not like I was like, oh, let me weigh out the podcast versus hanging out with my friends. It's just like normally I'm like, well, let's do it Saturday or Sunday because everyone knows my podcast is Friday, and it just slipped my mind. I don't know. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I totally almost 2 years, and I totally forgot about it. And but no, I went to go see a movie. It was called Undertones. And Jake, I don't know if are you a scary movie kind of guy?
Um, I don't go out of my way to watch
Okay.
them. I
Yeah. Well, me and my friend group are very big on scary movies. And this one, I feel like my friends went out to get me on this one because this movie is called Undertones. It's a sound based movie where it's really all Dolby surrounding. Like you're really meant to like hear everything. And the main premise is it's this girl and this guy. This girl's taking care of her mother who's dying, and this girl hosts a podcast with her friend that lives over in England, and it's a horror
oh dear.
podcast. And someone sends them like a spooky file, and like weird shit starts happening. I'm not gonna spoil the movie for anyone who's gonna go watch it, but I've seen a lot of scary movies. I've seen a lot of really good ones, and I've seen way more bad ones. And this was one of those ones where it was really, really good. But like most horror movies, the
Predictable.
ending always just there's just it's just ending always is just a little underwhelming. The last 3 minutes of the movie are just a little underwhelming because like it's the big like shit's about to hit the
Crescendo.
fan kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, and you kind of know that's coming, and when they do it really, really good, it's awesome. You're terrified. The buildup was really great up to like the last 5 minutes of the movie, and then it just kind of went to shit. And I'm just like, all right. Well, but besides that, overall, it was really, really good. And I was just like, this is crazy. I looked at my friend. I was like, really? Did you know this had something to do with the podcast? He's like, I had no idea. And I'm like, well, great. Well, now I'm
Now
going to
you
be
fucked it.
terrified. now I'm fucked. But
No.
the saving grace is the demon's not coming for me because I'm not pregnant and I don't have a baby. So we're good.
Oh,
So we're
oh,
good. Thank God,
we're
right?
saved.
We're saved. We're saved. But where I wanted to transition this to is Jake, when is the last time one you've watched a movie, and then afterwards, when was the last time you bought a movie?
Never to the second question.
Wow.
Um, and
Really? Okay.
movie. What was the last thing I actually in cinemas?
Sure. Let's throw it out there.
Uh, Rogue One, and before that, Paranormal Activity 1.
Wow. So you're not so are you
No,
like not a big movie guy at all?
nah. Yeah.
Okay.
I just I don't have my brain, and this I
Mm,
keep saying this. It's not because of brain rot. I just have a short
mm.
attention span, and that's
Yeah.
the reason why I play story games. But not fucking Fallout or Red Dead, because they lose me. I like my attention span just
Mm,
goes no, not there. But little drip
mm.
feeders like Uncharted or Tomb Raider, or I mean, give or take, um, Dark Sekiro, technically a story game, but really fucking hard.
God of War.
God of War, the little drip feeders that keep you on a linear path, but I have to play games because I need the input. When I go to movies, man, I can't. I've come out and they've been like, "Oh, what do you think?" I was like, "I can't remember what happened at the start."
Jeez. Good lord. That's so
The end was
funny.
pretty good. So I remember watching Paranormal Activity 1. We did a midnight screening of that, and that was the first time I've ever seen a cinema packed.
Okay.
Um, and then Rogue One was just because my friend at uni, Craig, that you have met through Mario
Yeah.
Kart,
Mhm.
he had a like pay monthly cinema pass, and he was like, "Do
Okay.
you want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And I actually enjoyed
Sure.
Rogue One because I'm not a big
Okay.
Star Wars fan. I know like Disney cooked it or whatever. I know, but I found it
Ro-
pretty
Mhm.
decent.
Yeah. I was gonna say Rogue One actually, on the Disney-based Star Wars movies is actually not like it's actually pretty well respected, all things
I think it
considered.
had a
Um,
decent baddie that actually seemed like a
mhm,
baddie for a long
yeah,
time.
mhm,
Because I know of Star Wars have come through a point where it's like the baddie isn't. Darth Maul was
really the baddie.
the good guy, like the fucking good
Yeah,
baddie, and then I mean everyone loved Vader, but Vader has back deep lore, we'll call
yeah,
it, that holds him back. And then
yes, of
after that,
course.
there haven't been a real
Yeah.
baddie until then. So
No, I would agree. I like Rogue One a lot. So considering the last movie you saw was Rogue One, at least it was a good one. And
yeah,
you didn't go to
and
the
then I'm
movie
trying
and
to
see a
think
bad one.
like, is there any others that I have seen like off the big screen that I don't think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I no, I can't think of any. I may
fair
have
enough.
watched
Fair enough.
some, but it's not in it. It's
Mhm.
not saved in my brain cells. So
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
have it. Uh,
fair enough. One of the things that me and Jake differ on is I really like movies. I'm a movie guy. I like watching movies. I have to be in the mood for a movie, obviously. I can't just like I won't be like sitting down, it's like, I'm gonna put a movie on. Like, no, I have to be like, okay, I wanna go to the cinemas, I wanna go to the theater. So I God, during December, I went to the movies like 3 to 4 times. Like in that time, I went and saw Marty Supreme, which was a fun one with Timothy Chalamet and the ping pong movie. It's pretty good. I saw oh god, 1,000 Days. It's like a zombie movie. Like it's like it has like 4 different parts. Really, really good. And then I saw the third, I guess technically the third Avatar movie. Because there's 3 of them now.
yeah.
Surprise, surprise. And then
Isn't there?
uh,
Isn't there more?
well,
What's
no,
the one
there's
that's
the
well? It's
first
not out
one.
yet.
Yeah, there's the first one, then there's Wind and Water, and then there's Fire and Ash.
Okay,
Or so I saw. So I didn't know that they were like linear. I didn't know they were like. I thought they were just spin-offs. So I would before I went to go see the third one. I was like, oh, I gotta go watch this fucking movie at home. It's a 3-hour movie, so it took me about 2 days to watch it. But I
it's a
watched
long
it,
one.
and then I enjoyed it, and then yeah, then this last movie I went to go see would be the fourth one. But I've been enjoying going to the movies a little bit more. I've become okay going by myself. For a while, I was like, I don't want to be the one guy that just goes to the movies by himself. But honestly, it's a nice experience, because I mean, honestly, when you go to the movie with someone, you're not really talking during the movie. Yes, you get to experience it with them, but you're not really like, you're supposed to be fucking quiet during a movie. So, but the reason why I brought up the physical aspect of it is because I finally kind of unpacked my house. I don't know if everyone can kind of see there's actually stuff in the background now.
That's crazy.
But but I have a giant movie rack because they were in a big box with all my Blu-rays, and I mean, and again, I haven't bought a physical movie in God, probably the last physical movie I think I bought was the Dragon Ball Broly, which came out like before COVID. So 2019 was the last physical thing I think I purchased. But besides that, like I mean, even as a kid, like I remember for Christmas, I would get one game, and my mom would buy me like 4 movies because like you go to the Walmart bin and they'd be like the Blu-rays for $6 or $7 and stuff like that. So I've got a bunch of movies. My favorite movie of all time is The Dark Knight, the Christopher Nolan Batman movie. Absolute number one favorite movie of all time. Love that movie to death. And I mean, I got that in Blu-ray, but it's just like I just thought it was really interesting because when I was stacking, it's like I don't think me and Jake have ever talked about movies. Like, I wonder if he even. I
Yeah,
was
I
like, I was like,
am.
I wonder if he has like a Blu-ray movie lying around or anything like that. And then,
I'm
it's kind of
so
where
bad.
the conversation
Like,
came from, but
all my
it's
work
fine.
colleagues are like proper film heads and like
Yeah.
proper like TV heads.
Mhm.
So when they get there, they start chatting, and then I've got nothing to add. And people think like they must
Yeah.
think I'm like an angry person, which I am. I am. But
You're not that
like I won't
angry.
say anything. I've got nothing to add to the conversation.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
And to be honest, I don't have a clue what they're talking about either. So I
Yeah.
just sit there, dead silent, and they're
Mhm.
yapping, and they go, "Jake, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just got nothing to add." That's
Yeah.
they're like, "Do you not watch anything?" I was like, "No, no." But they don't. So I think to them, I'm probably one of the biggest nerds to ever exist because they just
Mhm.
think I sit and play on the PlayStation all day. Um, I don't tell them I do the podcast because I don't
Mhm.
want them to know.
That's fair.
um, it's very weird
I
content
don't tell
creation.
I
You're
I
supposed to
don't
tell
tell my
everyone,
staff.
friends, family, but I
I
don't.
don't
I
tell
don't
my
want.
staff.
If they find
Oh,
it by
I'll
their own accord, then sure. But
yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
99% sure, and I believe in the YouTube algorithm that our podcast will never be shown um,
Mhm.
on their feed. Now, if I was to post TikToks from my phone, I know it works this way, where it will
Yeah.
geolocate you next to phones that you bypass. Um,
Yes.
I've had that before, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I've had one of my
Yeah.
friends at work, my old work, go, "Oh, you're on my TikTok
Mhm.
playing F1," and I'm like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
don't want that, don't want that."
Don't like that.
No.
Oh, yeah. No, I get
There's
that,
a
but that's
there's a,
interesting,
a
though.
very weird small streamer dynamic where you're too
Mhm.
small, where you don't want your work friends to know. Like, what would you say the limit is, Luke? I would say like maybe 25 viewers if I was streaming, or maybe getting like maybe 1 or 2 thousand views a video. I think I'd be
Yeah.
okay with
Mhm.
my work colleagues knowing. And I don't know
Okay.
if that's just like a mental block for me. I don't know about you.
I mean, I feel like it definitely is a mental block for sure. Because I feel like for me, when it comes to content, I guess I'm very like, if you see it, you see it. It's out there for a reason, right? I don't broadcast. I have a podcast, but when people ask me, "Oh, what are you doing tonight?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go record my podcast." And if they ask me what it's called, I'll tell them what it's called. But that's about it. But like, it's never been like, oh, I want them to know that I'm like semi successful. That before I tell people. I don't think that's ever been like a thing for me. It's just more like I don't openly broadcast what I do. But if someone straight up just asked me like, "Oh, Luke, do you what are you doing Friday night?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go home, make some dinner, go record my podcast with my friend Jake, and that's about it." And I'll leave it at that. And if they ask more questions, like they ask me what it's called, I'll tell them what it's called. And then either they'll look it up or they don't look it up, or they'll ask me what it's about, and I'll tell them I honestly don't know.
Yeah, that's the hard part,
I
I guess,
honestly don't.
because we don't
I
we
honestly
don't
don't
even
know.
know before we click record. Literally, moments before I hit record on this, I was like, "So, Luke, are we just shooting from the hip, or you got anything to talk about?" I was
Yeah,
like, "We'll just send it. We'll just
we're just gonna
we'll
go. We're
send it
just
and
gonna
see where
go.
we go."
Yeah, and that's kind of how we've been doing it. So when people ask me, I'm like, I mean, talk about video games. We talk about our likes. So we talk about like video games and Pokemon and like life and stuff or whatever's been going on during the week. But like, as like the best way I always describe our podcast to people who ask me about our podcast is at the end of the day, it's just two friends that met through the internet who are still friends and they live on opposite sides of the earth.
Yep.
And we talk about what we want to talk about, and that's about it. And then, and that's kind of what it's always been about. Like again, yes, we divulge to Pokemon and gaming a lot because those are some of our hobbies. But at the end of the day, it's honestly I always like to view it as like it's just a weekly catch up. We don't really talk to each other other than not properly like get on the phone and talk to each other throughout the week.
Yeah.
We usually just save it for Friday or Saturday or whenever we're recording the podcast and catch up. That's basically what it is. And then we get off the podcast and then we sit for 3 hours and catch up some more. But
Yeah, it's
you know,
effectively what I did last night with my friend Matt. I
yeah.
haven't like faced. He's been there with my mum and dad. I usually FaceTime my mum and my dad. My
Mhm.
dad's almost like a weekly one, but it lasts about 10 minutes.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
my mum's a bit of a longer one. They can last like up to like 5 hours, if depending on
Yeah.
like
Same.
if the UK
Same.
sport kicks off.
Mhm.
I'll just sit there and I'll put the football on when
Mhm.
me and my mum's partner Steve will just sit there and watch the football. So it
Yeah.
turns into almost like a watch party. You're not really talking, you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like reacting to
Mhm.
the sport.
Yeah.
Um,
You're just being in that space with them. Yeah.
yeah, so that's like once every 2 weeks. But Matt last night, fuck, I haven't spoke to him since 20th of December. So
Mhm.
it's been a good 3 month. So that was a long,
Yeah.
long catch up. And
Yeah.
I think it started at 1 p.m. UK time. So that's
Nice.
around 8 or 9 p.m. my time.
Yeah, because
Um,
you're 6 ahead of the UK,
yeah, and then it
right?
ended at 4 a.m. So we
Mm,
were going on a good 8 night workday
8
hours
hours.
of yapping.
Yeah, a
I'm
work day
surprised
hour
I've
catch up.
still got a
That's good.
voice. I
Yeah.
I don't speak a lot at work. I don't speak a lot through the
Mhm.
week. I feel it
Yeah.
after we do our podcast. Like
Mhm.
I feel it in my throat. Like, oh
Yeah.
god, that's
Yeah.
that hurts. That definitely hurts. Um, and then, well, I suppose it's been when we were in the height of the project as well. I do a
Yeah,
lot of yapping through my recordings, so like
you
my
do.
vocal cords are soothed or worked, well
Mhm.
worked. Or if there's been
Yeah.
F1 on and I'm screaming at the telly, then
Mhm.
you'll know.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll ever be able to record on on a Sunday night that's race weekend, Luke, because
Mhm.
I will not have a
Mhm.
voice to come back to.
It's okay. It's okay. I promise in the future I won't book movie nights or whatever on Fridays. But
Nah, it's
yeah, it's
fine.
just one of the I mean, I know it's fine, but it's just like again, I can't believe when I said because they're like, oh, they're like, it's like, oh, what day do you want to do? It's like it doesn't matter. Like, would Friday work? I'm like, sure. And then I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, what time's the movie? Oh, 8 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I got a podcast in an hour. Oh, it's like shit. And I realized it's like a Thursday, and I'm like, Jake, hold on, man. we gotta take a pause and rain check this. When would work best for you? And you're like, da 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 da. I was like, okay. And so did it for the following night, which is fine.
Yeah.
And this was the beautiful thing about working on the doing the podcast on the weekends. It's always really, really nice to do it that way.
It's fun as well because
Um
your clock's
yeah.
changing, so it makes conversion times very, very easy.
Yes, now we are exactly 12 hours ahead of each other and not I guess technically 13 when there's daylight savings time, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's yeah, because
Uh,
technically it would be
no,
10
it'll be
for you
exactly
right
12.
now, right?
It's 9:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Half 9. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Now when savings time is over, we you gain an hour. I go back an hour, so it's
Yeah.
technically would be 8:31 right now instead of 9:31. Definitely
Yep.
one of the
That
stupidest
that
things that we do
that
over
extra
here.
hour throws me off way too
It's so
much.
dumb. It's so but it's so dumb though. Like it's like why don't we just make this a normal? Why do we really need to do this? Like I just don't understand it. I mean, I've looked it up before and it makes sense, but it's also like no it doesn't. It's like basically giving the farmers a break is the way they put it. It gives the farmers a break throughout the year. I'm like everything's done in a factory now anyway, so fuck the farm. Sorry, I don't mean it like that, guys. We love you
No, we need
farmers.
those. We need.
We need you
I
guys.
had a
I'm
lovely
sorry. I don't know.
brisket last night, and
Yeah, that's
and
why
I
I stopped
appreciate the
halfway through my
farmer.
sentence. I stopped halfway through my sentence because I'm just like, oh, wait a second. I do not mean to do that.
um, but yeah, and then I'm trying to think of like what's gone on throughout the week. Not a lot really. The
Okay.
weather's calming down, like we said. My grass is slowly growing back, like we said last weekend.
Okay. That's good.
Kind
The
of got
grass is
shafted at
growing.
work. There's been a lot of leave
Okay.
and sickness. We're slowly coming into winter now,
Same.
so the
Same.
autumn bug is spreading like wildfire. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. I've avoided it to this degree. I think my immune system's just like
Mm.
heavily loaded on getting attacked with alcohol every other weekend. Um, but yeah, on Friday it was one of those where I was annoyed, but
Yeah.
you just do what you can. I was the only one in.
Mhm.
It was just me solo riding, and I was saying to one of my colleagues that was saying, "Oh, I might not take Friday off." I was like, "No, you take Friday off. It's you're in your right to take your leave. Fucking
Yeah.
take it. If my day's
Yeah.
shit, that's not on you. That's on management for letting you go."
Yeah. Exactly.
And it wasn't shit
That's
shit. It was just I had to
yeah.
pack up the whole facility for a major clean on Saturday morning,
Mhm.
and it's just a lot of 2 or 3 hours
Lifting and
work.
shit.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I just said to myself like, just do what you can and go home. So I think
Yeah, fair.
I used some of my imaginary time in lieu and left at
There
5.
you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I would say the same things kind of happened at work this week as well. Just we had a lot of people that were scheduled off. We had people who were dealing with sickness as well. So, like I was telling Jake, like Monday, I went in at 7, left at 6. Tuesday went in at 7, left at 6. Wednesday went in at 7, left at 6. Give or take, there was like I took like a 30-minute break at like 1 o'clock. But like just I just had to do it because I mean at the end of the day, I'm the manager, I'm the boss, I'm in charge. So I have to be there and there's as much as I would like to be able to go in at my normal time or working 8-hour shifts, at the end of the day, my job is to make sure my employees are that are there sane, right? So that involves me going into a classroom and giving breaks and being the person that does the breaks for the people so my staff can go on take an hour lunch break after dealing with children for 4 hours. I'm gonna do it. If that means that I have to go in at 7 o'clock and open the building because someone called out sick, then I'm gonna do that. If that means I can't go home at 4 o'clock like I want to because I need to stay until 6 because my closer is not here, I'm gonna have to do it. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's totally fine. Like I guess like it's management's fault at the end of the day, and 1,000%. I remember I have this strict rule. I'm like, you guys can put in your time all you want, but if you see 2 people out on that day, I'm not gonna
Denied.
approve it. You can't. Then you're denied. And I was like, I'm not the type of person that will write you up if you call out sick. But just know that I know that you're not
You
really
know.
sick.
Yeah.
um, but so we have some of those cases. And then, yeah, we have sickness because Jake, on Thursday, I shit you not. I'm sorry. Let's start from Wednesday. Wednesday at the end of the day, it was, hold on, let me get the calculations up for you. So,
Calculations.
okay. Yeah. The degrees.
Oh, I was
Um,
gonna say, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of sickness. If you
yes,
have
I
it to,
got you. I got you. My fridge is making so much noise for no reason. So, Wednesday evening, it was 28 degrees Celsius. Okay, outside.
okay,
Okay, and then after that, it was let's see, uh, it was let's see, it was 23 degrees Celsius in the morning
nice,
on Thursday.
very nice temperature.
So it was hot, nice and warm, right? By 2 o'clock. Oh, oops, hold on.
I'm waiting for this. This one's gonna be
I
fun.
know.
This one's gonna be really fun. I'm
It
ready for
went
this
down to
one.
negative. It went down to -3 and started snowing. It started snowing. Jake, it was snowing a day after it was craziness, dude. I cannot explain to you how fucking it went from hot to rain to snow in the span of the time I got to my convention till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I walked outside, I looked outside, I was like, is that fucking snow? And I'm like, this is how motherfuckers are getting sick. I'm about to get sick. Like my body, like I was pissed off because the day before that, I was like, I have my windows open. I don't usually run the AC. And it was a little warm. So I was like, I'll shut the windows and turn on the AC for the first time. And I'm like, damn, I got the AC on and it's 25 fucking degrees outside. And so this shit was fucking like it was literally insane in the membrane, dude. I did not know what to expect. I'm like, welcome to Virginia, where you're gonna get all 4 seasons throughout the year, and sometimes all 4 seasons in one day. And
I have never seen a swing like that in my
insane.
existence of this on this planet Earth. I have never seen a swing like that in my life. So yeah, I can imagine why
And,
everyone's really, really fucking sick. So
yeah,
it's
yeah. So
short
that,
weather. Like you
yeah.
set off in shorts and t-shirt weather, and then you went to
Mhm.
get your parka out, get your fucking heavy duty coat and
Yeah.
joggers. Yeah, that's something else. Don't
Mm. It's,
I don't think I could. Maybe I could live in Virginia because I do like the cold. I do like it.
yeah.
but I think I like it now because it's a massive
Mhm.
relief from what I have currently,
Yeah.
which is like it's it's exactly the same as what you were saying now. Like that start of the day, 2022,
Mm.
and it's got to get up to 30. So
Wow.
it's without the major swing to negative
Mhm.
temperatures and snowing. I don't think it's ever snowed in Perth. It may have done once in the entire existence of the Earth. I don't think it will happen when I'm here, at
I
least.
yeah. I don't know. That was just crazy to me. I was just like, I personally had never seen that before. And to everyone who doesn't believe that the environment is fucked and our ozone layer is being depleted and all that shit, you're full of shit. That's a perfect example right there. Because there's no fucking reason that should ever fucking happen, point blank and period, ever. It's just absolutely insane. I was just dumbfounded. I'm like, what in the fuck, dude? It was 78 degrees this morning when I walked out this door, and now it's fucking 25 and snowing. Insane.
I had a
Yeah.
I had something
Awful.
I feel like like when you have a thought. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I should talk to Luke about this, and it's just gone. Like I had it in the forefront of my brain, and now
Gotcha.
it's disappeared.
How's Pokepia? You guys been
Don't
playing
know.
that?
I haven't. Rachel
Oh,
has. I haven't seen my Switch in a
okay.
week.
At least you know it's good.
It's yeah,
That's
she's loving it. She's absolutely loving
that's
it.
great. That's great.
She hasn't completed the story. I have had
Okay.
some semi spoilers of the end because I was scrolling through my feeds and there was someone discussing lore behind the ending. I think the
Okay.
ending is up to interpretation. They
Okay.
give you it. I didn't know it was going to have an ending, but
I didn't even know it
apparently
had a
there is a.
story, but okay.
It does. It
Like
it definitely does.
mhm.
So I got some slight spoilers on that. I won't
Okay.
delve into what it is because I don't actually know.
Mhm.
It did make me laugh. She was watching an Austin John video, and
Oh, fun.
she'd never seen the trailers before, so she hasn't done like the Pokemon Day trailers like we do. Um,
Mhm.
and I broke out like audibly laughing because I heard it and I heard his little intro, and it was like, "Hey, it's Austin John. We're gonna go through." Just a quick note: there's gonna be no spoilers in this video. Or everything that you get here is what you can get on the main like island at the start. And then he
Yeah.
instantly transforms into Dragonite. And I hear
Okay.
her go, "What the fuck?" Because she doesn't know. She's like, "What about no spoilers?" And I was like, "Oh, you didn't watch the trailers. So technically he's right. Like there are no
Yeah.
spoilers. You should know about that."
Yeah.
But she had no clue. Literally,
Poor Rachel. Poor
the first
Rachel.
second, he like walks into the main area and just transforms into Dragonite and does like a spin. And she was like, "What the fuck is that?" But she should have known it was coming because,
Poor
like,
Rachel.
she's got Lapras now, so you can surf. Um,
Yeah.
and then she's got. I think that the only other traversal method is flying. Um,
Okay.
so she should have known it
Is
was
she
coming.
mainly playing dock or is she playing handheld?
Handheld. She does not play
Okay.
docked at all. She's an anti-docker.
Okay. Fair enough.
um,
Fair enough. I'm kind of that way too a little bit. I dock when I need to, depending on the game, but most of the time I play undocked.
no,
So
I never play handheld ever, ever.
yeah, I know. I
I
know.
don't. Only on a plane. Only on a plane, and
Only
it
when you
jars me.
absolutely only when you absolutely have to.
But
That's crazy. No, I was
she is
just
giving
curious. That's good.
raving reviews, absolutely
Dude,
raving reviews. It's
it's the
taking
highest
it by
rated
storm.
it's the highest rated Pokemon game ever.
It's an interesting dynamic though, because I don't see the content lasting. It's going to
I
fall out of the
don't
content sphere for
yeah.
quite rapidly, but the player base is going to stay very, very, very high. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
because it's a
No,
cozy
I
game,
agree. I think
and not many people.
it is.
There's not many cozy streamers out there that
Yeah,
play Pokemon.
yeah. No, 1000%. I think it's interesting because I know that now that you're saying that there's a story, I remember reading on the IGN review for it, and it said while your story is done, there is so much more that you can do afterwards because you literally can rebuild the entirety of the Kanto region. And I'm like, that could take hours and days and weeks and months if you like went about it that way. And I think that's really cool that there could be a long lifespan for the player base that does play this game. Like Rachel who will play it for a long time, trying to remember her name. Carly, like from Mike and Carly, that are
Yes.
friends. Like they are gonna love that. That's gonna be like their type of game right there. Like cozy, gonna do everything in it. You can make games like Minecraft and specifically Animal Crossing, last forever. Like I know there's only so much you can do on that little island in Animal Crossing because it's not huge, but people find things to do. And I think Pokepia is much more impressive than Animal Crossing graphically and visually and just in general more impressive. And I think there's going to be way more to do. So those players who really connect with that game are going to stay there for a long time, and that's really good. Pokemon really needed a big win, and it's awesome that to see that it came in the form of a spin-off game
Yeah.
like that, and it's the highest rated Pokemon game like on
Yeah.
Metacritic. Like critics absolutely. I don't think I've seen a review lower than a 7.
Yeah. I am worried about it's not backlash. It's not going to be backlash. It's going to be whiplash, and it's going to be the. Do you remember when the TCG fucking blew up, and then people would randomly just like Pokemon became the next best thing? I
Yeah.
feel like we're going to have another situation here where Pokepia is going to absolutely, well, it already has. It's boomed Pokemon in the market. They'll probably get a bunch more sales on Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield
Yeah.
or probably Let's Go. Similar
Yeah.
art style.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't think the newcomers are ready for the state that Pokemon has been in for the
Okay.
past
Fair.
couple of years.
Fair enough. Yes.
Because can you imagine if
Yeah.
Pokepia is
Go
your first game introduction into Pokemon? It's,
and you go play
I mean, ZA
Scarlet
is
and
will be
Violet.
fun. ZA would
ZA is
be,
perfect.
and Legends Arceus is
And if
very barren
to be
in
fair, well,
comparison.
okay. Well, to be fair, okay, let's look at it from this perspective. Minus the graphical issues of Scarlet and Violet, I think Scarlet and Violet is fine, right? If I mean, they're coming from Pokepia, which is a Switch 2 exclusive, and they buy Scarlet and Violet, they're gonna be playing it the Switch 2 version of it,
Yeah,
which is the where it's running really nice. And while there is maybe some to be desired about maybe some story elements and some pacing. The biggest gripe everyone had was I lost it. Was the graphics and
yeah.
the
It
frame
was
rate
like
and
the
shit. So
stuttering
that
and
so I think
clipping.
I agree that it depends on what game they go to. I don't think Whiplash would be because again, I don't see them going to Sword and Shield. I don't see them going to Arceus. I see them going to ZA and Scarlet and Violet. And all things considered, Scarlet and Violet is a solid entry into Pokemon with the graphical improvements that the
Yeah,
Switch 2 version of it has. So I don't know necessarily if we're going to get too much whiplash, but if they were going to like switch Scarlet and Violet, then fuck yeah, they're going to get turned off by it real quick. But I think they'll be okay because Pokepia is a Switch 2 exclusive. So if they get Scarlet and Violet, it's going to be on the Switch 2. And I would take a safe bet and say about 75% of the people who are going to play another Pokemon game off of Pokepia are probably just going to do ZA, and ZA is perfectly fine,
yeah.
thousand
Yeah, it's
percent.
lovely.
And
I was actually, I YouTube actually offered me some decent videos this weekend. I've been
okay,
watching. I can't remember the
okay,
channel. I'll have to find it. Um,
mhm,
I'll probably look through my watch history because it is worth seeing. There's a guy who does like he goes through every Pokemon game and what
okay,
he gets hold of. I don't know how they do it, but they get hold of beta builds, and you could
okay,
and he talks through the timeline of development. And I was watching one on what game was it? Heart Gold Soul Silver, Luke. It
okay.
is one of the best videos I've watched in the longest time. Let me try and find it in my YouTube watch history. Like the progress of development of how they basically like hang on, but fucking YouTube Shorts is just attacking me. um, history. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. I do. Where is it? Where? Oh my god, have I watched that many videos since? Turtle Bro, and that's
Turtle Bro. Never heard of him.
TurtleBro. How
Okay.
Pokemon HGSS were made full timeline. It's 40 minutes. And he's done one. I watched one on Legends Arceus as well of that development, but that wasn't as in depth because I think he couldn't get
Yeah.
hold of as many beta builds as
Hmm.
what Heart Gold Soul Silver had. But you can see where they go from it was Diamond and Pearl, and all the game, like they rebuild the game in Diamond and Pearl's engine, but you see
Uh,
um, the change of the tile sets and the change of characters and the initial like art and the placeholders. It's amazing to see how Pokemon actually build the game instead of us
yeah.
just looking at it because we've done a bit of like ROM hacking and you can make little maps and
Yeah.
stuff. But it's nice to
Hmm.
see how Nintendo and Game Freak actually do it, and it's a really
Okay.
insightful video that I think people who do. I mean, me and Luke love Heart Gold Soul Silver, so I was instantly drawn
Yeah.
to that one first. I was like, it is
Hmm.
the best ROM hack ever to exist, and they made it
Yeah.
from and there's a reason for it because they made it from the ground up. They
Yeah.
really did.
No,
Um,
that's good.
and then
Yep.
it
That's just
even
I'll
went
have to
through the
look them up.
Platinum port as well. So that
Mhm.
I didn't realize that the Pokemon Platinum had a different engine to um, Diamond and Pearl. So it even went through an
Okay.
engine change, which has allowed them to boost the graphics. So which is why Heart Gold Soul Silver has vastly better graphics than Diamond and Pearl. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah. No, that's really cool. I like that. No, I would definitely have to check them out, Turtle Bro. I'll definitely have to look them up. I don't think I've heard of them. Okay, I think I've heard of them before. I don't think I've ever watched their videos. I think you're not the first person to tell me about the Turtle Bro himself. But no, that's really cool. I'll
but
definitely have to
for
look
that
into
video, it's
that.
only on 35,000 views, and it
Yeah.
deserves way more than that.
Oh, way
That
more.
video is really
1000%.
good.
That's cool. No, I'll definitely have to take a nice little peek and give a fellow YouTuber some watch time. That's really awesome. I guess the next thing I wanted to really just touch on is I was, checking our last podcast video and I saw a comment on there from my lovely co-host saying he would never look at me again the same way about me paying an extra $100 for WWE 2K26. And while, you know, I understand where he's coming from. I get it. It's $100 is a lot of money. You could just wait a week instead of paying the $30 for all the
Yeah, you need to give some backstory
extra
to this. What did you get
extra
extra?
pass. So what I got extra was I got the game a week early. That's the first thing. The main reason why I got it was because I wanted to play the game, and I don't mind paying more money to play the game early. I got all the DLC that's going to be coming out for it. So there's usually about 4 seasons of DLC, usually about 5 characters per pack, so 20 extra wrestlers that aren't in there. So usually the way WWE games work is that they have like a cutoff limit after a certain amount of time. So any new wrestlers that come in don't get scanned for the new game. And so when the DLC comes, they'll scan like the new people who are returning. Also, my favorite wrestler of all time, Jeff Hardy, is in the DLC. So that was also another major
Okay,
factor for me to
right.
get it.
You'd already been
Um,
roped in at that point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I got just some extra bonus stuff for like the extra modes. So they have the equivalent to like a my player for WWE, like for NBA. So like you go to the island and you can do different activities and stuff like that. So you get coins which unlocks a lot of like new outfits and shirts and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that one. Like I told you before, I'm really big into the simulation aspect of it. So I've literally just been playing universe mode where I am basically the booker. I book all 3 major shows. I pick the feuds I want to watch. The really cool spectate mode. They added 3 new match types. They added the Inferno match. They added the 3 stages of Hell match, which if you don't know what the 3 stages of Hell match is, it's where you have one normal match, you have one like extreme match, and then you have like one final like big, even more extreme match. So like you have a normal match, then you maybe have like extreme rules, and then the third match you have like a Hell in a Cell match or something like that. Like you just goes up. Then you have an I Quit match, which is really cool. And so for me, I'm so bought into that game that unless it was like so much fucking money, more money to play it, then I would wait. I've waited before. I waited last year. I waited 2 years. This is the first time I've been like, I'm gonna pay the extra money. Plus, like my second favorite wrestler is CM Punk, and he's on the cover. So I'm like, I wanted to play a showcase mode, which is where they kind of pick all of his best matches, and it's like are reliving through his best matches through the game, and you have to follow the actions that happen in the real life match. So I mean, obviously, great. My biggest negative on the game is they have unfortunately went the way of the battle pass,
It it
and
it's just the way it is.
and
That that's
and it's
that's modern day
unfortunate
gaming.
because I'm interested to see because they're doing seasons now. So each DLC has when you get the DLC, you also get part of the premium pass. So so you get more stuff that way. The first pass is basically you are unlocking things that were way more easier to unlock in the previous years. Like there's nothing new in the base pass. It's all like you reach level one, you're gonna get these characters and these characters. Before in WWE you would earn VC where you would just buy it, like buy them with the virtual currency that you would earn from completing matches. Now you have to do a match type and it's a little bit more grindier. So it's a little bit annoying. I don't like that aspect of it, and it makes me curious about what they're going to do for season 2, season 3, season 4 because everything I've seen for season 1 is stuff that's already in the base game. So I'm assuming they'll add more stuff, which is a good thing because I like the fact because they don't really update the game that
Yeah,
often at throughout the year. So I think that would be more interesting for them to do that. So maybe, yeah, you'll have the DLC wrestlers, but maybe like a returning wrestler that was in last year's game could come back in the free pass at like level 10. Something like that. Let's like for example, like let's say I'm trying to think of somebody left. Let's just say like someone like Baron Corbin who was in last year's game gets signed like in May of this year and he returns and then the season 2 pass they like, oh, we'll just take his code from the last game and put him in this game and you can unlock him. Like I see like that's the potential I'm seeing for that. But I hate battle passes. It's the way of gaming now, but I don't like it when it hinders someone like myself who only really plays one mode where I feel like in order to unlock everything, I'm gonna have to play all the modes, which is, I guess it's a good thing at the end of the day to I can't tell you the last time I played any other mode than universe mode in the last 6 games besides the showcase mode. So it's gonna get me to explore the different modes, but I don't like the fact that I have to do that aspect of it. So that's my only real negative, and it's a big negative. And it
yeah,
seems to be the procuring negative for all the reviews of this game is no matter how great that the wrestlers look, how great the mechanics of the match are, the ragdoll effects, the fact that you finally, when you power bomb someone and the steps are there, you're gonna hit the steps, not phase through them. Like all the stuff that was issues with the last game, they've improved, but the paddle pass, as everyone says, is just more grindy and just unnecessary because it's not necessarily anything new unless you have the premium pass, which is what I had because I paid for it.
yeah. I mean,
So
what's
that's the
retail?
negative.
What does it retail at the game, base game?
Retail 69.99.
So you've paid
The same
$10
price,
for 4 DLCs. Well, $10 each
basically.
for 4 DLCs.
Yeah, basically.
And that is, I would say, a decent value for DLC. We are seeing DLCs rise in price, which also scares me to a
Yeah,
certain degree. We've gone away from the $10, $15 DLCs. We're now reaching 30, 50, $60 DLCs. Are they adding enough content to justify this price? If the base
yeah.
game retails at 60, are you giving me a, a whole game's
Whole
worth of
nother game.
content? And unfortunately, funny enough, it cropped up in my feed again that Skate had an update, and they have put the they brought the original tutorial island back, which has
Okay.
a, a vast array of stuff like big jumps and
Mhm.
new spots that are very worth going. They've put it behind a paywall, unfortunately. So that's another
Uh,
battle passy thing. So there's a ferry down at the port. To get on the port to go to the ferry, it's like, oh, you need to pay like 500 coins, and it's the coins that you can't get from grinding the game.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean, to be,
it's always a
I
yeah.
guess, I guess, I guess in Skate's favor, it's a free game, so I
It is a
can't
free
get
game,
too
but it's
mad at.
also the tutorial area.
Uh,
I've already
okay.
played it and I want to go back. Why are you making me pay to go
You
back?
pay more. Yeah, that's a little scummy. I missed that little tidbit. I don't know why when you say tutorial area, I was thinking like we're going back to Skate 3 into the suburb area where the tutorial is. That's where
Now
I
you can
thought.
charge for that. You can charge for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
But no, it's
No,
literally
yeah,
the little starty bit,
yeah.
which I didn't
It's the way
like.
it is the way. Yeah, it's the way of the games. I mean, you brought it up. It's like it depends on the game, right? Like, for example, what is it called? Cyberpunk. They did Phantom Liberty or whatever DLC. That was a $34 DLC, and it added a lot to the game. It's about half the game price, original price. Elden Ring has had 2 or 3 DLCs, and they Night Ring and something else, and they've I'm pretty sure they were like $30. I don't know if they were 60.
I think Shadow of
But
the
they
Erd
were
Tree
worth.
was up there, but that was a whole nother game's worth. It was a whole nother map. You went in and it
Yeah,
reset you.
exactly.
It's like-
Yeah, exactly. So like that is exactly what I like you said, like the ones that would are worth the money. Like that would be like, okay, if you were to charge me $60 for Shadow of the Earth, and I was a Elden Ring fan, that would be worth it to me because it's a whole other map, all new bosses, you get reset. Awesome. But then you on the flip side, you have like Assassin's Creed Shadows, where the DLC is $15, which isn't a lot compared to the other ones, but it's just like one little area and a couple new things, right? It's not worth that's like us not $10 DLC, $7 DLC, which is hidden behind if you got the season pass, which was like an extra $80 on top of the game. So, I see exactly where you're coming from, Lana. Like I that does scare me. I mean, take Pokemon for example. How much was Mega Dimension? That was $40, right? Was it 40 or 30? I can't remember. It's
um,
29 or
I
39.
can't remember because I bought it with the game.
Yeah. So that's $30. And did it give us $30 worth of content? I'd argue it probably did. I haven't beaten it, but I would argue it probably gave $30 worth of
I haven't
content.
even played it.
I know, right?
So
I would
I
argue.
gung ho called you out for buying a Game of the Year edition, and
Yeah.
I technically did, and I haven't even played it.
See, you are a fucking hypocrite, you
I am a
bastard.
hypocrite. Yeah, shoot me
But
down,
no,
take me out.
I'm not gonna shoot you down. But it is interesting. That's an interesting point to make though with the DLC. And I mean, as you already know, gaming it's just gonna get more expensive. But you want to know what I think would be fucking crazy? And I think they would do it because I think they would just be like, we don't fucking care. Um, what if GTA came out for $60? Because they don't like need it to come out for more. Because they already
Um,
know everyone and their mother's gonna fucking buy that game, right? And that would I think if GTA 6 came out for $59 or 60
it would
bucks,
send shockwaves through the gaming
it would
community.
send shockwaves and I think it would drive everyone's prices back down because if GTA 6 is as big and as amazing as it's going to be or sounds like it's going to be, there's no way you're going to be able to justify your random player base that to go play the new Assassin's Creed for $10 more
Yeah,
or to go
it's a
get your
weird.
yearly
I don't know
update.
how they've managed to do this. I mean, well, I do. It's the one of the biggest games of all time. They become the
Mhm.
benchmark for
Yeah.
game prices. It's like I
That's
think
why
it's
I'm
because they
like, for
put
the
so
love of
much
God.
effort in, and
Yeah.
their games are like so complete on launch
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they are the gold standard.
And they should. And I think if they anyone could do it, it'd be Rockstar. Because the one thing I don't want them to do is send it for $80. Make it
Yeah,
more money.
because then it
Right?
gives
Because then
everyone
that
else the free
opportunity
reign
to do
to
that too.
charge the same.
And that's what I don't want. So, Rockstar, if you're listening to this small little podcast, for the love of God, make it like $60, dude. You already know eight 17 million people are going to buy that game day one. You're going to make your money back in spades at $60 a price. And it's going to be a great game. So do it. The only company that won't follow them is Nintendo. Nintendo will still charge whatever the fuck they want
They
for
shot
a
the gun
game.
early. They jumped off the
They
boat
did.
early and was like, right, well, we're ripping the band-aid off, $90.
$90. You want a physical game? $90. What the fuck? What the fuck? And people were like, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
That sounds like a great deal to me. But that's that's a topic for another day. But I think that's gonna wrap us up for this week, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to us each and every week. We really do appreciate it. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye bye.